Hey gang, Brad Staggs here. I just got done looking at Todd, my friend Todd over at Toolbox Buzz, his review of the Delta Ambient Air Cleaner. And not to be outdone, of course, I had to get one too. Delta sent this over. This is their latest model, the 50-871. It's a 3-speed digital ambient air cleaner. And we're going to be testing this here in the ToolSkool shop, but I just wanted to give you kind of a first look and give you a heads up on some things to look for. First of all, when you take the unit out of the box, before you throw the box away, make sure you take a good look down deep inside, because hidden in the lower packing, that is, you'll find the remote and also the hardware for hanging the unit. So I think if I'd been Delta, I may want to put that up on the top, but don't throw the box away until you get those two things out of the carton. Now, as far as setting it up, first of all, the most important thing, remember to remove the filter and the filter bag off of the front of the unit, and remove the packing foam. There are two pieces of packing foam in there. They're designed to keep the squirrel cage from dislodging, moving around, and so forth. There's some tape in there as well. Get rid of all that, and then you can go ahead and replace the filters. Now, if you want to set this unit on a workbench, on a pair of sawhorses, Delta provides some sticky feet. They're nice little pads that will adhere to the bottom of the unit. You can set it down, make sure you use a sturdy surface, of course. If you're going to hang the unit, they also provide the eye bolts. Very simple to do. You take the screws off the top of the unit, you'll find 4 of them there. You thread the little nut onto the eye bolt, then you thread the eye bolt into the top of the unit, and make sure you tighten that nut down so that it locks up against the top of the unit. As far as the hanging hardware, you have to provide the eye bolts, that are the eye screws rather, that go into your joists or wherever you're going to hang this from, and also the S-hooks. They recommend no less than a 5/16 inch S-hook. When you're hanging this, I would recommend getting a friend to help. It weighs a few pounds. As far as the controls are concerned, first glance, I like them. The remote control is great. Don't forget, you have to put a battery in it. It won't work without it. The controls, it's pretty self-explanatory. You hit the start button, it starts. Hit the start button again, it stops. As for the speeds, once you hit the start button, you can hit the speed button and it'll cycle through the high, medium, and low speeds. And then once you have it set where you want, very convenient timer. I like that. The timer, as you cycle through that button, it will take you anywhere from an hour up to 8 hours. So it just takes a little getting used to. There's also a nice change filter light on the rear of the unit, so when it's time to change that filter, that's there. I like that as well. I like it so far. If you're going to use the remote, make sure that you turn the rocker switch that is in line on the power cord to the on position. You have to have that on for the remote to work. You don't want to be, especially if you're hanging this up somewhere pretty high, you don't want to have it up there and realize you forgot to turn that switch on. So make sure you do that. Now, as far as testing it, what I'm going to do is take a look at some of the surfaces around my shop. You'll see that, first of all, there's a pretty heavy layer of dust on the television, one of the TVs here in the shop, and on the workbench as well. So I'm going to clean those off and then take a look and see, after this is running and we do some woodwork in here, how the dust situation is around the shop. That's what we'll base our test on, that and the fact that that's the door to the home office right over there, and a lot of that dust will head right in there, so I'll clean off in there and take a look at that as well. That's about it. That's your first look. We'll see how this performs in the coming weeks, and we'll let you know right here at ToolSkool.com.